The Tlingit people have really complex marriage systems. They are divided into two moieties, the eagle and the raven. The children receive their moieties from their mother, so descent is matrilineal. In the Tlingit culture, it is ideal to marry cross cousins, so this means that a son would marry his mother's brother's daughter or his father's sister's daughter. They like to do this because they like to have the nephews be the descendants for their uncles. Most marriages were arranged in Tlingit society. The suitor's family would go to the parents of the girl and present an amount or some property that they are willing to give for the girl to marry their son. Then the girl's family would think about it and see if that was a good price for her. And if it was a good price, then they would go to the suitor's family and say yes. Then if it wasn't a good price, they would say no, and the suitor's family could add more to the property or the price. Boys can suggest to their relatives who they would like to marry, whereas girls don't really have that much of a choice in the matter. Children can marry at an early age. For males it's around 16, and for females it's 12 to 14. During the marriage ceremony, the groom sits opposite side of the door on a new mat in ceremonial dress, and he sits in the place of honor. The guests sit on either side of the room, and the bride sits in the corner wearing a ceremonial blanket. Each of the head men from both families give speeches. Then the father of the bride goes back and gets the bride and takes her by the hand and leads her up to where the groom is sitting and sets her next to him. And then the parents of the bride give the groom a gift, and that ends the ceremony. After marriage, the men have more action words referring to marriage, and the women use more passive words. For example, a man would say, "I married," where a woman would say, "He married me." A man will say, "I will marry," where a woman will say, "I will be married." I find it interesting that in a matrilineal society, women don't have that much power, and they don't use the same language in talking about marriage. But it was also kind of interesting that in the U.S., the weddings are set up very similar to the Tlingit society.